Hey y'all. So recently I've come across this situation many times, but lately in my life I've been realizing people don't like me after they've met me and said they like me, right? And I just want to talk about it because I noticed that I'm not the problem. And it's something that I think very specific individuals go through that have confidence in themselves, know what they like, know what they don't like. And I know what I like and I know what I don't like, point blank period. Um, and it was more so recently. I'd say in the past couple of years, maybe, you know. And I'm very vigilant. I have ADHD, so I notice things. I don't forget things. I am very vigilant, and I take note of everything. And it's been a situation where you feel as a person with ADHD that you're not liked or understood by many people. And in reality, most people just don't understand themselves. They don't understand themselves. What can I use as an example? I am a African American woman, obviously. Y'all can see that, hey, what's up? But lately, because of so many social media viral events that have happened with the black injustice in quotations, I've taken note of that I need to be pro Nia myself, Nia black woman, pro Nia black life, pro Nia, instead of being pro black overall. Because there's a lot of misogyny involved, there's a lot of patriarchy involved, there's a lot of abuse involved. And it's crazy because when you start speaking about these things, people think you're anti-black, you're anti-this. People think I'm anti-black men. I let people think what they want to think at this point because if you can't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, there's nothing I can do about that for you. The people that I'm talking to majority of the time have been abused by their husband, abused by their boyfriend, hit by their dad. They've been chewed out by, their friends. They're pick me. They're trying to get over their pick me-ness. Like, they feel desperate. They're disrespected. They're still in love with their exes. These are a majority of people on this planet, in America, let me say. And when I'm speaking, they don't like it because I'm hitting on who they are, but they haven't disclosed that to me. So it's like I'm over here telling women that you shouldn't be disrespected by a nigga, and I have people who love me. Literally, the black women I meet love me, and then they hear what I have to say about it, and they're like, "Oh, you just don't like black men." Meanwhile, the black guy just hit them in their face. Like I can't put into words the psychology of that, but it's frustrating because it makes me look like the bad guy. I can't understand why people don't like me. I can't understand why people don't like my content. I can't understand. I came from a place of I love black people. I wanted to support. And now I'm at a point in my support where I realized I was doing it wrong. This whole woke power to the people is bullshit, quite frankly. It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing when you can actually be helping black people on a daily basis with your actual money, with your actual time, with your actual just giving a compliment. I was thinking the other day about the type of person that I like, and something came to mind of mine's just a scenario. It's not a real scenario, but just how I see things. I don't like polka dots. Let's just put an example out. I don't like polka dots. It's not my thing. I think they're kind of cute, but it's just it. You got to be real confident to pull it off, and that's what I love. I love confidence. So I'm like, anyone who pulls off polka dots, good for you. And I just thought about like, if somebody were to wear like, I was thinking about why I compliment people. If somebody were to wear polka dot shoes, knowing that a lot of people would not wear those or buy those, and just wear it with confidence and love, I love that. And I would give them a compliment, even though I don't like polka dots. I see that as courageous. I see that as brave. I see that as beautiful. I see that as just identity. I find love in that, even though I don't like polka dots, remember? Um, so it's things like that that drive me to compliment someone. I'm not complimenting someone just because they are just like me. Yes, I give girls that wear natural hair compliments all the time, this and that, but that's not my motivation all the time. I could see somebody struggling to do their natural hair, right? I'll give you a compliment regardless because you woke up and decided you were going to try to be yourself and love yourself in a world that told you to hate yourself. I will give you a compliment. When the twist out be coming out, I will give you a compliment. When the braids be, probably 5 weeks in, I will give you a compliment. because you walked out of the house, you know what it was, and you still decided you were going to live your life today. That's how I am. You know what I mean? So it's like annoying to me when people see that I'm trying to better myself or do something different. They label me as miserable. They label me as, oh, unlikable, things like that. And I'm like, just because I'm not getting bashed in the head by a nigga, just because I'm not getting abused by some negro, come on now, like, please. The fact that I'd rather be alone than be abused is a strong character trait. It is not easy, but it is a strong character trait that I have. So yeah, it's been frustrating. It's been annoying. That's just something I've realized about people overall. They don't like that, I can change. They don't like that I could see things. I could, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I may have been standing up for this cause, but this cause isn't really doing what the cause needs to do. They're just taking advantage of black people. Let me go find another way to stand up for black people or myself. You know what I mean? And putting yourself forward, that's another thing. I've been trying to get people to understand they need to put themselves forward, put themselves as the star, the light. Because recently I thought about Maxine Shaw versus Alandria. Please check out my Substack. I made an article about it. And Maxine Shaw is a natural black woman, and it was giving 90s TV. It's great, right? Alandria is seen as the new it girl for black girls, kind of like JT. You know what I'm talking about? It's the example. It's the exception. And I thought to myself, I was like, I used to share photos of Alandria too and find support in her. But recently, I've been more so understanding that this is just a representation that's being given to us because it's accepted. It's not because it looks anything like us. And immediately, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have people saying, "You're an Olandria hater. You hate Alabama." Hell yeah, I hate Alabama. It's racist as hell. But they're gonna be, I love Alabama Barbie. I love. And my thing is like, do you look like her? Are you her? It takes a specific type of person to go into these love shows. They're not doing it for love. They're doing it for clout, money, and everything that they should be doing it for. Go ahead. But for people to not understand that that's what it's used for is crazy. Two, I am happy that out of a racist situation, Alandria is doing her thing. Happy about it. But what I want to say is that I realized that Olandria made conscious decisions to be in the position she is in of being liked by the masses. Her fucking breast job is insane. Oiling her skin so it looks dark and her breasts look massive is insane. The gloss over gloss lips is insane. The girl will never wear her natural 4C hair. I know she got 4C hair. She trying to act like she don't. That girl got 4C hair and she acting like she don't. And it could be a perm in her head to why her texture looks different. But at the end of the day, the girl got 4C hair. And even if you want to say she don't, it don't matter. She wears white people hair on her head. So that's another one. You know what I mean? Like, this is a comfortable representation. As long as you hate yourself as a woman, she got a breast job. At the end of the day, if you get a breast job, you do hate yourself and you have an insecurity. At the end of the day, point blank, period. And quite frankly, I think if she never got that breast job, people would not like her. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's terrible. But look, I have big titties, but my titties are saggy, natural tits. At the end of the day, I can still open up my camera, take a picture, and get on here and make a video with having natural tits. You cannot. And not my subscribers, because I love them. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? To the ones that check in here. I don't like what she had to say. I don't like what she had to say. I don't like. Shut the fuck up. I am going to have to just keep making this content and giving not a rat's ass. What the white people say, rat's ass. I don't care. You don't like yourself, and that is why you like Olandria. And I had to clock into that. I was like, okay, I'm sharing her because I think, this is great that she's getting so much publicity after a racist incident. But if that racist incident didn't happen, I wonder would she even be doing so well? I just think to myself, you know what I mean? I'm a thinker. I feel like a lot of people don't want to think because it's gonna have to touch on things that they don't like about themselves. So that's not something I can control. But it is interesting. I do find it very, very interesting. I do find it very sad that to relate to a woman, you have to be insecure. Like, I'm glad I have my natural tits out. My body's banging as fuck. I don't care. I love how I look. I love my skin. I love my hair. I love my bonnet. I don't care. I don't wear makeup. You know what I mean? You have to love yourself. And that's my message. That's why I talked about Maxine Shaw. Because I was like, what happened to that example? What happened to that example of a African American woman? The woman that did not have white people hair on her head, the woman that did not have a lot of makeup on, the woman that wore clothes that fitted her, but at the same time, it didn't have to show everything if she didn't want it to. The woman that had a natural body, like the fact that when you look up Olandria, it's like people looking up her waist size and stuff like that's crazy. Y'all are obsessed. At the end of the day, I feel like you supporting Alandria does nothing for you. Alandria has her money, she has her mansion, she has everything that she needs for herself to survive. Now move on and support yourself. I really want more people to support themselves. That's really the message of this video. This video is not to put you down for everything that you like. This video is really just so that you can understand you do not support yourself enough. You do not put yourself out there enough. Who cares if you're not getting any likes? Who gives a fuck, a flying fuck at that, if you don't get any goddamn likes? You don't get any goddamn views. Like yourself. Do some. You like the video. I like my own videos. I've been in a weird transition in social media where I don't get likes or views or anything, and it's been weird because I started out doing very well and the algorithm being on my side and pushing me towards the right audience, but now I'm not. And as annoying as it is, I'm still not willing to do what it takes to gain a fake ass audience. Um, there's a show that I'm interested in, which is Little Women Atlanta, and I want to start reviewing it a little bit more when I have time because I'm trying to relax. But it's like I'm a slow content creator. I'm gonna just take my time. That's okay. Take your time. It is what it is. But the algorithm doesn't like that. They don't like when you stop and start up again. They want a constant movement, 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 movement. They want a constant beat, beat after beat after beat after beat. And I'm a human being. I'm not no robot, so that's not gonna happen. You have some choices as a YouTuber to go down the route of talking about celebrity gossip, talking about what else? Besides celebrity gossip, you talk about relationships and dating, family content. You know, I don't fit in any of those boxes. I want to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about something because everybody's talking about it. I just don't. Like, that doesn't make me happy. That doesn't make me feel like me. That doesn't make me feel good. Like, no, I don't like that. I want to talk because I want to talk. And then two, being a black person that is an actual activist and does things within her own community, doesn't matter what specific community, but anyone that I feel like helping, I will help in person. Seeing the bullshit online where people are out here giving and donating money to a dead boy is weird as fuck to me. I don't like it. I'm like, y'all don't care about universal health care. Y'all hate high taxes. Y'all don't care about universal education. But y'all are so quick to be fucking Christian and give a whole bunch of people money that you don't know from a goddamn can of paint. I don't like that. That's not for me. That's why I'm changing that narrative of being pro black. No, you need to be pro black your ass. Be pro black you. That's where you need to start. Please, because this is embarrassing. Y'all don't do a goddamn thing for yourself, but you were so quick to want to be rattled up by some injustice that happened to some stupid ass black boy that didn't know what he was doing or even care or was acting like an idiot in his own community. Like, I don't have time for it. I don't have time. I am not Christian. You can't force me to be ill. I don't have to be. I don't have to listen to colonization. I don't have to be into a religion that was not for my people. Christianity and capitalism will never be for black people and will always be the detriment to you as a black person. But you'll never understand that probably till you get closer to God, right? Until you get closer to death and you on your deathbed and you're like, well, that ain't do shit for me. I was like, yeah, it didn't. The white people could have told you that. That's the funny part. If they want to take money from you, oh yeah, they tell you. They be like, yeah, you stupid as hell. You really thought that was gonna do something for you? That did something for us. Yeah, it did, and it's gonna continue to. And it's about the ostracizing of people who are not in the same religion as you as a black person. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. That irks me. That's something that irks me too. So yeah, it's like I'm not liked because I'm vigilant and I'm my own person. I'm an individual. I don't stand up in a group and power to the people, knowing damn well that the leaders in that group are hitting the women, knowing damn well the leaders in that group are jailed for child abuse. All these, no, thank you. Standing alone is hard, but I'd rather stand alone and fight than be with a group of people that don't really fight for me, but will fight for another cause. Cause I know damn well, say if I got a DUI today, ain't nobody gonna be on my side. Ain't nobody gonna care about me as a black woman. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Say if I were to get shot by the police today, ain't nobody gonna care about me at all. They're not gonna give a damn. They're not gonna try to create a fundraiser for me. They ain't gonna do nothing. So the point is like I started to realize people don't care about me as an individual. People don't care about me as a black woman. Why in the fuck am I giving a fuck about everybody else? That is my point. I wish more people understood that. You have a right to not give a fuck today. If anybody could tell you that, let it be me. You have a right to not give a flying fuck today. Go do what you want to do. Go have some fun. Go take that trip you've always wanted to take. Go max out your credit card if you want to. Not a great idea, but I'm just saying if you want to go on a vacation, you need to use your credit card for a rent or whatever. Go do it. You only get one life to live that you know of, and you sit here acting like life is just going to wake up and happen to you after you're being such a good person. It's not. You have to save yourself. You do. So yeah, I like not being liked because I get to be myself. Is it nice that people are mean to me just because I'm not lying while they get beat up by their boyfriends? No, but it is what it is. I trigger people because a lot of individuals are going through a lot of pain in their relationships or with their family and don't want to come to terms with it, even though I can come to terms with it and still move on in a healthy way. It is what it is. I just buy myself flowers and move on about my day. Anyways, I said what I said. Bye, y'all.